Okay, good morning. Back on home turf, back at Mersey Island, after my little trip to Canada, where I didn't do anywhere near as much radio as I thought I would do. I think I had 7, it might have been 8 contacts in total, but had a great holiday nonetheless, and it wasn't really the sole objective. So maybe I'll go back again in the not too distant future and actually do a solo trip there rather, and do some radio and concentrate on it. But anyway, this morning I'm heading over to the packing shed because it's very hot. The original plan was to paddle down to OC Island, which is along the Blackwater estuary over yonder direction, sort of heading east. But because it's very hot, it would have been about 15-mile return journey, and I'm not really up to doing that on a day like today. Although it's a bit of a breeze, as you can probably see the effect it's having on the water. I've got the tide and the wind both in the same direction, so that's why I'm getting these little sort of breakers from behind me. Now this boat here, I'll tell you a quick tale, and I don't know whether this is kind of an urban myth, but this boat here is called Catatonic, this catamaran, and it's been here years, and there's all sorts of stories about it being seized by the authorities because it was involved in drug running and all sorts of stuff, and who knows if it's true. But there's never any sign of life on it, and it never moves, so who knows. But don't let the truth get in the way of a good story, is what I say. But that's pretty impressive. 4 Essex girls leaving from La Gomera in the Channel, in the Canary Islands, over to Antigua, I think she said. I don't think they're quite going as far. That wind has really picked up. Whew. That's warm in here. Get the window open or the back door, I think, get some air. Okay, so what do we have in the dry bag? So this is a 22-litre dry bag, and let me take out what's in there because I can't do that and hold the camera at the same time. Okay, the sun will be swinging around this way in a sec, so I've put the Union flag up at the window to keep the glare out. Anyway, I bought my Yaesu FT857 with me today, my LDG Z11 Pro 2 automatic antenna tuner, and on the back here is a LifePo 4 battery. And the reason why I bought this attached to this contraption, which I'll tell you about in a sec, is because I was going to go around and activate a little island, little Cobb Island, and it might be too windy for that, but I'll see what the wind is like a little bit later as we approach high tide, and this makes it very quick to deploy. This is a sort of the same sort of concept really as what people would call a go box, which is where your radio and you know, your ATU, your battery, and that is all the ancillaries are kind of all pre-connected, and you just take the whole thing with you, and you don't need to. It sort of cuts down on setup time, I suppose. But I had to laugh because I saw this thing, and I'll put a link to it in the description, and I'll also put a photo up now. I saw a YouTube video the other day, and they were talking about the about a Go box that's available from DX Engineering in the States, and it's huge, and it's actually designed to be built around two radios, a VHF UHF radio, and also I think the ICOM IC7300, which, although it's quite small, it's not really what I would consider to be particularly portable. But anyway, and I don't know why they call it a Go box, or indeed actually even if they do, but by the time you've put the radio in and all the ancillaries, it's actually massive, and the whole thing would weigh an absolute ton. I think probably the only place you'd be going if you tried to lift it would be to visit your doctor because you ended up with a hernia. But anyway, so this is the closest that I get that you'll see me get to it. Because some of these sort of Go boxes are massively over-engineered in my view. Might look neat and all of that stuff, and I'm all for that because I'm kind of a little bit obsessed with tidiness in a way. But this thing here is actually made with two sheets or two pieces of Corex, which is the stuff that estate agents or real estate agents for sale boards are made of. And actually I've put them. So there's actually two there, and then I've got Velcro, double-sided Velcro, holding the radio down, and then more double-sided Velcro attaching the ATU to the radio, and then at the back there also Velcro around the battery, which is a LiFePO 4 battery, but also a 7 amp hour sealed lead acid battery will fit in there as well. This is like high density foam. And then the whole thing is covered and held together with PVC insulation tape. Anyway, the idea is that it just makes it very quick and easy to deploy. Everything's kind of already connected, and the idea was that if I paddled around to Little Cobb Island, that it would make things quicker, and I could just sort of stand this on the hatch of the kayak. Anyway, I thought I'd show you that. I've got no antenna attached at the moment, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and get me a little box of goodies and string the dipole up on the flagpole just out there. Okay, so I've got the dipole up. Anybody that's watched this channel for a little while will know that I've got a tradition of forgetting things. Always leaving something behind, and on this occasion it's not crucial. I forgot my little kind of 90-degree right angle connector that I would have at the back of the radio here, coming out sideways, and to take the feed away from the back of the radio. So I've taken it off of the contraption. The problem is that when the battery's in place, it's actually the radio is too close to sort of bring it out, the back of the coax out. This was only ever really designed to be a prototype, hence it's quite scruffy. But anyway, it's no big deal, certainly here, because the antenna was resonant anyway. But I've taken it out, discarded that. I'll put that to one side. I don't actually need the ATU. I've actually spent a bit of time out here. I've got 5 of these dipoles, 20, 17, 15, 12 and 10, and I spent a bit of time out here with an analyzer to make sure that they're all optimized.
Echo 0, Whiskey Mike, Go Portable 59.
Yeah, you're also 5'9".
73 all the best, here in the contact.
Roger.
Roger, Whiskey Mike, Go Portable, bye-bye. Echo 0, Whiskey Mike, Go Portable 5 aside, you're coming in very loud and clear here in Vienna. What's the portable setup?
So these are the other 4 dipoles for the other bands. So I've got 17, 15, 12 and 10. And it's actually doesn't take long to just swap them out, which is what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to put the 15 meter dipole up.
30WFG 55.
Thanks very much. 5'7", your report, Roger.
Thank you. Echo 0 Whiskey Michael Golf. Is this Roger?
Roger. 5757, Roger.
Alpha 65, Delta X-ray, you're dead. 2 Echo 0 Whiskey Mike Golf Portable 57, over.
Mike Golf.
0 Whiskey Mike Golf, on
5927. 2 Echo 0 Whiskey Mike Golf 5927.
Julia 0, thanks. Charlie for whiskey.
Okay, so there's 2 stations I've worked there in the contest itself, and I was calling a station there in Suriname, and he just wasn't hearing me. It's coming up to high tide. I've had to pull the kayak up the beach a little bit. Thanks very much. You're 5927.
2 Whiskey Mike Golf 5939.
Thanks very much. 5927.
Thank you.
5927. Good luck.
Thank you. Papa Zulu 5 Radio America.
Well, I just worked Suriname, and after calling them earlier on, not quite managing it, and then I just worked them. So that's pretty good, because that is a new country. And I'm just looking at my DXCC list that I keep on my phone here, and I'm quite a casual DXer. I need my reading glasses. I've worked 163 entities in just over 20 years, and the last new one that I worked was the 28th of the 7th, 24. So almost a year ago was the last time I worked a new country. So I'm pleased with that. It's coming up to, it's about high tide now, and it's still quite windy. Kite surfer over there. I've got to make my way back over yonder, and I can see some white horses, so that could make for an interesting paddle back. Beautiful day, a bit too windy, but you can't have it all. But I came here really to keep out the sun, rather than sort of find somewhere portable to operate. And one of the things that I'm sort of quite conscious of really is I don't want to keep just making the same sort of run-of-the-mill videos over here at the packing shed. I don't really want them to be sort of samey, you know, same old sort of thing. And also sometimes you might notice that there's sometimes sort of quite a gap between when I upload a video, and occasionally I might go out and film something and then just decide not to bother editing it, don't think it's interesting or whatever. So I'm trying not to feel sort of too pressured to put something out just for the sake of sort of putting something out. Anyway, just a thought. So I'm going to slowly pack up and head back. I need to get my legs wet in order to reach the end of the dipole. But if this was a 20-metre dipole, I actually put it over to the other post over there, so I'll be getting even more wet. That's it, I'm all done. Nice gaff.